Yay. So this is Alvinsparks, and this is my first time on Icon Radio. You're the number one entertainment plug. So I've been thinking so much lately and about my adult life, and I've just come into the I have come into the this adulting thing recently, and I've just turned 20 years old. And adulting, what I can say, like, it's like my experience with it's that it feels like crossing a road. This is a quote from my favorite artist. It feels like crossing a road, and you've looked on both sides. You have looked left and right, and you've seen that there is no car coming your way, and then ending up getting hit by an aeroplane. Yeah, you see. Yeah, so ironical. Yes, you looked on both sides of the road, and you make sure that there's no car coming your way on both sides, and then as you're crossing, you end up getting hit by an aeroplane. So that's my definition of adulting in just few words. How it reveals how adulting is confusing. It reveals how you don't have anything figured out yet. You feel like the world is pressing on you while it's not. You feel like that pressure. You are just gotten out from your parents' house. You've gone to campus life. You are on your own now, and you feel the pressure of adulting. Yeah. So it's like that, and we must get used to it. Many people have gone through that stage, and they have managed it. Why not us? So adulting, it's like growing up in some way. Like, let's say you have just entered adulting. You have just entered your adulthood in 20 years, and adulthood ends in like 30. And so from 20 years to 30, you're just like a little child growing, a little child who is just 0 months old, growing, knowing life. That's just you now. You're on your own now. You are now growing. You're experiencing new things that you never got to experience in your teenagehood. You are you, you are trying new things out. You are just doing new things in life. And so what I'll say is that don't put too much pressure on yourself as you start adulting, because you don't have to have anything figured out yet. You are just like a 0 months old baby, just trying to know the world. It's good, it's nice to give yourself that time you need, that space you need to grow into something. When you're 25, you're just 5 years old into adulting. You don't have to have anything figured out yet. You don't have to be there yet. So you just need to give yourself that space to grow and to know yourself more, and to experience give yourself space to experience new things, yourself space to know life, what life is. Don't deprive yourself of that quality. Yes, so like that's what adulting is, and it's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. You are, and the thing is, you feel like you are alone. No one understands you, and it's okay to feel like that. It's okay to feel like that. It's okay to have no way. Do not worry. Do not worry yourself too much. You end up ruining yourself. Yes, that's what I have to say. To all the young people out there, I'll just tell you that this is a new stage in life. It's a new direction in life. Just give yourself that space to grow, to feel. Give yourself space to feel things, to listen to things, to know things, and you'll you'll end up reaching there. Yeah. And adulting has its pros and cons. So o- on the pros, they are like you have that freedom. There's no parents. Yeah, you have that freedom. Yeah, it can be a good thing to others and a bad thing to others. Some others misuse this freedom, and it can become a good thing in that you can get to experience new things without any restriction from anyone, from any adult. You see, it has its pros and cons. Its cons, it's that you are on your own, like you don't have anything figured out yet, and that's okay. You figure things out with time. You figure things out with time, and with time you'll grow to be the person that you need to be. It's don't waste any moments doing doing bad things, ruining your health or something. Just focus on growth, focus on your passions, on your dreams, and you'll grow with time. By the time you're that you are a by the time you are a full adult, you'll have you'll have grown. You'll have seen that feature in you to that feature to you'll have seen that feature that you have grown in yourself, that you can do things on your own, you can work on your own without any supervision, without any adult supervision, you see. So yeah, so during this time in your 20s, don't waste time on meaningless things. Just focus on growing, focus on knowing yourself, on becoming yourself, on your career, on your passions. Yeah, you'll get there. Yeah, that's usually how it is. And the other thing is that we should not worry too much. Sometimes we get to worry too much on our on ourselves. We worry too much on the things we have, on the things we want to achieve, on the things we want to do, on our plans. We worry too much. We put too much stress on ourselves, and that is what kills most people. It can bring too much depression. It can bring too much sadness to see you don't have enough resources to start or what. You see, so God, God who created us, He knows everything. He knows what you are. He knows your path very well. He knows your path from the inside out. He knows when you will succeed. He knows the moment that moment in life you will just open your window and said, I made it. He knows that. He knows the moment you will walk on the road with your chest high, and you have just made it in life. So he knows everything, and he knows all our paths, and yeah, we should mostly, and he doesn't want what is bad for us, you see. So we should not worry ourselves too much on things that we can't control, on our future. We should instead show up more. We should instead show up. We should instead try and strive more to get there, other than worry how to get there. We should put that, it's called that stamina, to get there. We should put in the work. That's what I'm saying. We should put in the work, and just leave it. We leave for God the rest. Sometimes it's not our problem to care so much. Sometimes we care so much, we end up ruining things for ourselves, and it's not right. We should just instead focus on showing up, focus on putting in the work, focus on trusting in God more, and just praying more than worrying, because worry will get us nowhere. It will only bring disasters. Like my brother once, I have a brother, and currently he passed away recently, and the reason is that he had a stroke. And you see, it's very unfortunate for a young person like him. He was only 30. He had not reached there yet, and you see, he was so young, and he ended up passing away because of the stress he was putting on himself. He was putting on himself too much pressure, too much stress, and it ended up killing him. It ended up forming a clog in his brain, and he ended up passing away. So it doesn't bring any satisfaction to worry. It doesn't solve anything to worry. What we should do is that we should show up more, we should put in the work, we should trust in God more, we should pray more for what we desire to have instead of worrying about it. Some of us just have dreams, and we have the dreams, and we focus on thinking about the dreams more instead of starting out on them, instead of starting out. So sometimes it's like that for us, and we see it doesn't bring anything. We just worry. We don't have the resources, we don't have the things to start with, and we end up being stressed and worried about our paths. So the thing is, you start with what you have, you continue with what you have, and you will grow as you continue. You don't have that stand to shoot content. There's that stand you put your phone on to shoot on content. You don't have it. Well, you can use a chair. You can use you can put on the end of your sofa. You can record content from there. You start with what you have. You don't have a nice camera, you don't have a nice phone to shoot your content. You start with that. People connect with us from when they see our progress in life, when they see our journey from what we started with to what now we will become later. So the thing is, you start with what you have. Don't worry about anything of resources when you don't have them. I remember when I was an artist back then. I was an upcoming artist, and I never had the luxury of a nice studio. I started with a studio that was in a bed sitter. I never had the luxury of a nice studio, and I remember I started with what I had. I told myself I'll start from this and I'll improve, and I ended up improving. I came lately, my latest EP. Yeah, I recorded it in a very luxurious studio in Westlands, and it went. Yeah, it is on YouTube right now. And you see, I decided to not worry and started with what I had. And you see, I continued improving. Right now, I'm in a nice department where I can get to study about my career more. I have the luxury of a nice studio, of a nice teachers, of a nice team whom I can work with. So you see, like, yeah, as we progress in life, we'll continue getting better and better, and it only gets better. It doesn't get worse. It only gets better. Yes. So I'll go on to the part of the careers, on career paths. In adulting, we get to choose our careers after high school. We get the point to think of what will become in life, and then 20 hits, and then we join campus, and then you see you are studying for your for your career, for what you have dreamt to ever be. So in career paths, I will say that your career is definitely what you will end up doing in future to earn money. That is what a career is. And we go in schools, sometimes in colleges, campuses, to study for these things. And sometimes we end up regretting for the things that we did. Sometimes we end up loving it. So it's your choice. What do you love doing? What do you love? What do you love? What is your passion? What is your passion in life? What do you love doing that brings joy to your heart? That thing that you think of it and you just think, oh my gosh, I wanna be that, I wanna do that. What is that you wanna do? And so sometimes we don't have the right guidance to sometimes we don't have the right guidance to sometimes we regret later because what we chose is not marketable in the in the current markets, or what we did sometimes it end up becoming jobless or anything. So sometimes we need guidance. If you don't have the right guidance, talk to your mentors, talk to your parents, your that adult you trust and that adult you feels that knows you, that understands you. Go to them and ask them and discuss this with them. Get to the point where you are talking with them and you are just you have all the careers listed out in your notebook, and you are canceling each out as you get to see which one is better or worse for you, and then you after that you find the one that suits you. Yeah, let us get the right guidance in our career paths. Yeah, and also it's that we should as I said, we should not worry too much. Sometimes we want something too much. We ended up being blinded by our 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 wants. We end up you want something so much. You want something so much. You end up being lost, being blinded. Like yeah, I've experienced this. You want something with your whole heart, and you end up being I don't know how to put it, but you end up being stressed out because of it. You end up being stressed out of how you will achieve it almost immediately. And sometimes it's not right to do that. It's not right to do that. Sometimes we should just be sometimes this quote I had that the thing you want most right now, the thing you are craving for that you can't even you get sleepless nights just thinking of it. That thing, your future self already has it. Your future self already has it. So like that's hearing that just in a it just soothes you. It's just you feel like you have the stress is going away. So like you see, we tend to want things so much, then we end up not we end up being stressed over them. But the truth is that the thing you want so much, the thing you crave for, that gives you sleepless nights just thinking of it, your future self already has it. Your future self already has it. So what is there to worry about? So just show up more, put in the effort, put in the work, put in the energy needed in what you need to do, in what you want to do. Show just put in the work, and it will happen. You'll get it when you grow up. So there's this story I had about there's this story I heard about a woman called Doshi. She's an artist. She's an artist. I don't know in the UK or Canada. She's an artist, a rap artist, and she's a rapper. And when she was starting out, she was fired at work. She was fired and she didn't have anywhere else to go. And so she posted this video of like, I've been fired and I don't have nowhere else to go. Tomorrow I'ma wake up and I'ma go to all these studios and ask for internships and ask for anything because I don't have anything to lose. You go there and asking for it and you lose it. You don't have anything to lose. She didn't have a house. She didn't have a child. She didn't have a person she was taking care of. She didn't have any major responsibilities. So it's like she didn't have anything to lose even when she walks to this studio and asks for for an internship and she gets denied. So she just went. The art of just going without walking by faith instead of by sight. She walked by faith, she went, and 5 years later, guess what? She won a Grammy as the best rap album. She won a Grammy of the best rap album. So you see, and she said that in her awards, she said that you don't let nobody tell you that you don't need to be there, no matter how dark you are, no matter how skinny you are or how fat you are just meant to be there. Let nobody tell you that you are not meant for this thing. You are meant for it. Let nobody tell you that you can't sing, that you can't. Let nobody tell you that you can't do anything, that you can't maybe be a big business person in the future, that you can't be this big phenomenal person. Let nobody tell you that. You are where you are supposed to be and you can make it if you put in the work. Yes, that is what she said, and it was so encouraging. When seeing her journey, how she didn't walk by sight, by circumstances, but she walked by faith. She went and looked for that job. She went and looked for that internship. She went and looked for that work that could make her excel. So the main thing that we should pick from her is that we should not let things stop us from doing what we want to do. We should not let our own insecurities, our own thoughts even, to stop us from achieving, from going and trying something. Go try it. It fails, you try another time. Failure is just feedback. It's not the end of you. It's the feedback that what you should do better next time. So let us try more. Let us put ourselves out there more. Let us try more to reach out there more. Let us try to reach out there more, like Doshi did, and now she's a phenomenal person. She's a phenomenal female artist recognized in this world. You see, she pushed herself to do things that others couldn't. So yeah, that is the story, and there are very many people who pushed themselves. We can also see many people like Katy Perry. I love her story so much, how she pushed herself until she got that deal she wanted, and she released her first album, Teenage Dream. Yeah, I love her story so much, how she pushed herself. It didn't just come like that. She pushed herself. She went for auditions. She made music so much that she got recognized by this industry she wanted, and she ended up becoming a phenomenal person. We can see like Taylor Swift. I love her story so much. We can see how her story is so strategic, how she pushed herself to until now she has become a very famous person, a very phenomenal woman in the music industry. Yeah, so like let us push ourselves more. Let us try to push ourselves more and more until we get that which we want. Let us not just sit there. Let us not just let us not just say that we are we don't have enough resources for that. That those are just excuses, and excuses lead you to nowhere. Excuses just you are just stuck on that island and you can't move. So it's your time today to remove yourself from that excuse, from that excuse island, that island you've locked yourself in, of comfortability, where you just want to make excuses of not starting. Various excuses, even though they seem logical, those are just excuses, and they can lead you to nowhere. And the thing is, you just push yourself to start that what you want to do in life. And surprisingly, it almost works out if you show up every day, if you are consistent, if you are hardworking. It will eventually show up if it's meant for you. Yeah, and if you ever feel overwhelmed in life, sometimes life can be so overwhelming for us. Sometimes we just want the week to end faster than it ever started. We want the weekend to reach so that we can rest. Mostly high schoolers experience this. I was there once. You want just the week to end, you go for weekend. You want the holidays to come by faster so that you can rest because you are exhausted of schoolwork. So sometimes it's better not to, if you are exhausted, even if it's in the middle of the week, just give yourself a little break from everything. Sometimes a break is all that matters. Sometimes all we have to do is just take that 1 day break, or that 5 hour break that we need for resetting our brains. Sometimes all we need is that. So don't let yourself be overwhelmed, and give yourself that break for things not to get worse for you. I've been there, and I've experienced overwhelm like any other. I've experienced overwhelm. There's this point I was overwhelmed. I just gave myself a 1 week break. I just what can I say? I faked an illness, and it reached there. I faked an illness until I just wanted that 1 week break to reset my brain, to just rest, to just breathe again. Oh, finally. Yeah, sometimes all we need is that. And when you feel overwhelmed, just tell yourself that sometimes aren't for growing. Sometimes some days are just for breathing. Some days aren't just for growing, but some days are just for breathing. Go to that nature walk and just take one deep breath and sigh, and just experience that nature, experience that comfort of your bed, and experience that hot cup of coffee. That break, it counts a lot, because you end up coming back stronger, you end up coming back bolder and stronger. Yeah, it happened to me. After that 1 week break, I just felt nice. I came back stronger than before, and I felt nice. So just give yourself that break if you need, and because it's worth it. It will be worth it. Even if it goes up to a month or 2 months, just know it's for your healing, it's for your recuperation of your system, and it pays off. It actually pays off. Yeah, so that is what I had for you today. We have spoke about adulting. We have spoken about how adulting feels like crossing the road, having looked on both sides, and you end up getting hit by an aeroplane. It just shows how 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 confusing adulting is. And it's okay to be confused. It's okay to not have everything figured out, because you know what, one day you will look back, having not given up. You will look back and thank yourself for not giving up in those times that you had nothing figured out. Sometimes the only thing that we think when having nothing figured out is that we know nothing, we are not capable of this thing, and we end up discouraging ourselves. And what you tell your mind, it tends to make it real. So it's okay to not have everything figured out. Just go out there, go kill it, go put in the work, go put in the energy needed, go show up every day consistently, and guess what? It will pay off. There are many stories of people who have whose careers have paid off because of not giving up. A lot of people we see, like Barack Obama, who started out as a peasant's child. Like, we can see many presidents that we see today, many artists, many recording artists, many performing artists that we see today, many business people that we see today. They did not give up. They put in the work. They did not let fear stop them. They did not let anybody's opinion stop them from reaching their goal. They pushed on. They prayed more. They stopped worrying more. They put in the work, and they were consistent, and it paid off. So that's all you must do as you enter in this adulting phase. I'm talking to all those people who are entering in their adulting phase. I'm telling you that it will pay off one day. Just don't give up. Don't let that word be on your vocabulary anymore. If you need to take that break, take that break. If you don't give up, sometimes you're just tired, you need to rest and continue the next day. So don't add to your worry. Don't give up. Yeah. For those people entering adulting from 20 years, I'm telling you that giving up is not an option. The option is that you push yourself and you show up more, and it will pay off. And on our career paths, when choosing a career path, make sure you get a guidance, or you do what pleases you, do what you love. Because when you do what you love, you will get paid for free. This quote I heard from a famous artist, a global artist called Pharrell Williams. Yeah, during his Grammy Awards 2026 that was held on January, he said that when you do what you love, you will get paid for free. So do what you love. Get that guidance that you need. If you feel confused, get that guidance from an elderly person whom you trust and whom you feel this person understands you. If you feel your sister understands you more, go to her. If you feel your cousins understand you more, go to them. If you feel like your parents understand you more, go to them. If you feel like your teacher understands you more, go to them. If you feel like your friend understands you more, go to them. It is not limited to anyone. So get guidance on your career paths. Don't do what you don't love, because don't do what you have not set your heart to it, because you'll only live in agony. Imagine waking up in the morning and just having to bear another day of a job that you hate. Imagine that agony that you face. It's so extreme, and I don't want that for any of you. So if you're just starting out in life, if you're just entering the adult phase, just remember to seek guidance. And if you feel like you trust yourself, you can do that which your heart wants. You can go for it. Go kill it, baby. And what I said, that also do not be stressed on the future. The future is, we don't know our future, but God knows our future. The God who created us, He knows all our plans. He knows when we'll make it. He knows the nights we will have sleepless nights, because we are so engrossed in our business. So just trust in Him, because there's this verse in the Bible that says that He knows all the plans He has for you, plans to give you a hope and a future. He knows all the plans. So just trust in Him more, pray more, and put in the work more. And this verse is from Jeremiah 29 verse 11. And it tells us not to worry too much about the future, because the Supreme One, he knows everything. Anajua kila kitu. He knows everything about our future, and he knows when we'll make it. So our work is just to trust in him more and pray more and put in the work more. And then I talked about the story of Doshi, a female rap artist who in his early careers of her life, she got fired at work, and she didn't have anywhere else to go. But what she kept encouraging herself is that she has nothing to lose. She could go there and she could give it a try. But it's better to try and lose than not to try at all. It's better to try and lose than not to try at all. And that is what encouraged her, and she went for it. And guess what? 5 years later, on the 2025 Grammy Award, she won the best female rap album. So you can see, if we don't give up, it will eventually get to happen what you want. So the secret is not to give up. And I have also said that if you ever feel overwhelmed, take that break that you need. We need breaks as human beings. We are not machines. That's why after every 2 lessons, there's always a 30-minute break for us to reset our brains. So it's good for us to take break. And I don't love this system that has come in most high schools, that you study in the morning, you wake up in the morning, you go to school, or you wake up and go to class, and you study, you have your breakfast, you go and study 3 lessons, then you go for a 10-minute break. Is that even enough? Seriously? A 10-minute break, and then you go for another 3 lessons, which are 1 hour each, and then you go for lunch, which is usually 20 minutes. Is that even enough for resting, really? And then you go for other afternoon lessons. I don't think that's fair for people. I think we should be given more breaks, like 30 minutes break, for us to even interact with our friends, and understand, and where we didn't understand, we can go and ask our friends to teach us. I think that will be more engaging for students. Yeah. So if you ever feel like, for those adults who are out here who are not in school, and you are on your career and you feel overwhelmed, just be free to take that break. Be free to lie to your boss that you are sick, or that you have something going on at home, for you to take that break. Breaks are very important for us. If it were not for break, most of us could end up in suicidal thoughts or giving up thoughts, and that is not what even God wants for us. God wants for us to be productive in what we do, and to have that energy to love what we do. So, and he doesn't want us to get overwhelmed. And if any point that we get overwhelmed, he wants us to rest. He wants us to reset our brain. So as you go about life and you're feeling overwhelmed, just tell yourself this, that some days are not for growing. Some days are just meant for breathing. Some days you're just meant for just enjoying the comfort of your life without doing anything. Some days you are just meant not to do anything. Sometimes you're just meant to completely rest and divert your minds to comfort only. Some days are just meant for breathing, not growing. Yes, all the days of our lives we grow, and growing might feel hectic, especially for us young adults. Growing might feel hectic. You might feel left out. So don't don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just go on that vacation, go on that party, go and reset your mind, go and dance yourself off at the party, and just allow yourself to forget everything that troubles you, and just allow yourself to breathe that fresh air. It usually helps, because when we do this, we end up coming back up stronger and more bolder and and more focused in our jobs. So that is all I have for you today. My name is Alvinsparks, an upcoming artist, and I'm also in my adulting, and I'm trying out new things every day, and yeah, sometimes it feels overwhelming, and I give myself that break that I need. So yeah, I'm also a young adult trying to figure out life. Yeah, thank you so much for your time.